Welcome back to my channel, and today's tutorial is focusing on this look right here. A lot of people ask me on Snapchat to do like a more beginner's tutorial, and this is what today's tutorial is focusing on. It's more of a beginner's look, but it's still suitable for those of you who are a wee bit more advanced, because it is so glam still. I wanted to incorporate more colour when it comes to beginners looks, because I see a lot of people, especially beginners, and they're scared to work with colour, and it can be a wee bit intimidating, especially if you're only starting off. Believe me, this look is so easy to do. I'm not even lying to tell you, it's so easy. I did this look only slightly different for an event that I went to, the Be Perfect LMD master palette launch event. I went to that and I did a mustard eye, and everybody was like, oh my god, like it's really nice, you need to do a tutorial on it. So I did a tutorial focusing on that look, only slightly different, adding a wee bit of the pigment to make it pop more. Really focusing on the skin being nice and bronzed and glowy looking, and just like a nice nude lip. It is so easy to do, guys, and believe me when I say it. I see a lot of beginners and they're just using the same old browns and oranges and all that. Like, that's your safe zone, like it's safe, like you're playing it safe doing it there, but you're comparing yourself to other artists as well. They have a wee bit more advanced skill level than, like, they have a wee bit more advanced skill level than you, and you're like, oh, I want to like them and blah blah blah. Then try and be better than them. Don't care what they're like, be better than them. Try and push yourself to getting better. So lift out your palettes, have a wee nosy, and be like, this is what I do. See, when I go to do a YouTube tutorial, like, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I put out a couple of different palettes, and when I see a shadow catching my eye, like my eye, that's when I know, right, okay, I'm going to do this look, I'm going to use that colour, I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use this glitter. So it's all about just experimenting. There's no rules when it comes to makeup, so that's why I sort of want to teach you beginners out there how to incorporate with a wee bit of colour in your makeup looks without it being too in your face. So that's what today's tutorial is focusing on, and I really do hope that you like it. So yeah, enough of the chit chat, let's get stuck in, and yeah, I'll see you all after. So firstly, what I'm doing is I am taking the Morphe 15N Nights palette. It's one of their new palettes, absolutely love it. And I'm taking the shade Custom, and it's just your usual like transition shade, just really neutral. And I'm blending that all throughout the crease. And this is just going to really help blend all our other colours seamlessly together throughout the makeup look. With is Opal, and this is from the same palette. It's just like a browny orangey type of shade, and I'm going to take that on like a large fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to blend that throughout the whole crease. So I'm just going to use like bit by bit. Remember, guys, go in with a little bit at a time with your shadows, because if you go in with too much at once, you don't have anywhere to blend it. So I'm just blending that throughout the whole entire crease. I'm going to get to the outer corner, whatever's left in the brush, and just use the window wiper motions to sort of diffuse that product. So I did this look, I did something a wee bit different. I just did I just put like a little pigment at the top. I never put a pigment on the look that I did for the Be Perfect LMD event look that I did, but I thought, right, I'm going to switch it up a wee bit. So I did put a wee pigment on, but yeah, everyone seemed to really request like a mustard eye, because I did ask you on Snapchat what type of look you would like to see, and this look is so easy. This is why I am doing like a beginner's look, because a lot of people are looking me to do beginner's looks on my channel. I am going to do like 50-50, so like more beginner looks, 50% beginner looks, and then 50% like advanced sort of looks, you know what I mean, like more advanced looks. But this one's so easy, like really easy. So obviously I'm going to tell you what to do and stuff, but in case you're like, oh, it looks really hard and it doesn't really look like beginner-y or whatever. So the next shade that I'm going to go in with is Mustard, and this is from the Lime Crime Venus 2 palette. I have tried to literally find the most perfect mustard shade ever. Like, I went and bought ones from England, I bought some from MAC, I bought loads, and I just couldn't find the right one. So the Venus 2 palette, like the mustard in it is like, whoa, the best mustard ever. So that's partly why I bought it. But this is the palette that I used to create that look. So the only ones that I used is the mustard, jam and mud, and then I used a little bit of the fly shade on the lid and then the boot shade for underneath the lower lash line. But I did switch it up a wee bit and use more neutral type of tones that you guys will have in your wee palettes or your wee Z palettes or whatever that you just have at home. So I'm going to go in with the mustard shade right now, and I'm just going to use like a dome shaped brush. This is from a brand called Ovoni. I actually got these on eBay, and I will leave a link down in the description below because these brushes are absolutely amazing. So I'm going to use the mustard shade, and I'm just going to bounce that on the lid first. After seeing Nikki tutorials doing this, I've really enjoyed doing it. So what I've been going to move this a wee bit closer. There we go. So what I've been doing is I have been like layering the product down first, or the shadow down first, and then I'll blend when I'm happy with the amount of product that I have down. So I'll go with that for now, and then I'm going to start to blend. So I'm going to start blending back and forth using your window wiper motions, and then I'm going to use my circular motions now to sort of diffuse it a wee bit throughout the crease. Now at the outer corner, what I'm doing is I'm just looking straight ahead into my mirror, and I'm just also using window wiper motions as well. Guys, this is so easy and anybody can do this. Like, it does look a wee bit technical, but this is so suitable for beginners, and it's not like an in-your-face yellow, or it's not an in-your-face blue, or it's not an in-your-face pink or purple or whatever, because I know a lot of you, like I said, are afraid to use colour. So do want to start incorporating a little bit of colour into my beginner makeups instead of just using the same browns and oranges and all that other stuff, because I know like that's the main like beginner look, but I want to show you how to do beginner looks with colour. I'm now going to go back into the previous brush we used and using the opal shade, and I'm going to just go over the top of that mustard shade that we last used. And then I'm going to just diffuse the product towards the outer corner using window wiper motions again. I really like the eyeshadow coming up, touching the front of the brow. I really love that. And I've also switched my brow routine up a wee bit. I have been using the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. I've been really enjoying this for my brows. It just looks so much more natural, and it really matches my hair colour, like my roots, and it's not too dark, because the Anastasia brow pomades, even though I was using really light hand like motions, sort of blending the product out on the brows, it still looked a wee bit too dark for me. My camera knocked off there. It knocked off again. So what I was saying was, zooming you in again, with this it doesn't go like that, so that's why I have been really enjoying working with this particular product. I was finding it a wee bit hard to work with to start, because I'm not someone that would use like brow pencils, but I do really enjoy working with this, and it matches like my root colour and all that stuff, and it's just really more natural looking, and you can see like all the natural hairs that you have, because sometimes when you use too much of a pomade it can really cake the brows up if you don't brush the product through the hairs properly. So I have been enjoying working with that. And also guys, I got my hair done. If you follow me on all my other social media, you will probably already know by now, but I am loving it. I thought that because of my face shape it might not look nice, but it really is, and I couldn't be more happier with it. My hairdresser is Samuel McCafferty, and he is the owner of Hair by Sam & Co. And I'm going to leave a link down in the description box below to where you can find Sam. He's absolutely amazing. He won Best Hairdresser in Belfast that weekend there, so I'm so happy for him, because he really does deserve it, and you need to go and check his work out if you have not already checked it out, because the stuff he does is sick. Like, he does a lot of styling for drag queens, wigs and stuff. You just need to go and check him out. Best hairdresser in the business. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the Inglot eyeshadow keeper just on a little smudger brush, and what I'm doing is I'm just bouncing it onto the lid, sort of like tapping rather than swiping, because I like doing this because it tells me whenever the eyeshadow keeper is tacky, and that's when I know I'm able to go ahead and apply my pigment. The pigment that I'm using is from Inglot. It's in the shade 122, and I'm just applying that all over the lid. Absolutely love this pigment. It's like a greeny mustardy shade. It's so weird, but I absolutely love it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the same previous brush with no extra colour on it and just going over the edges just to really diffuse that pigment. Lash line, it is really quite simple, guys. By the way, the lashes I'm wearing are Primalash Express Neck Lashes, staying high key, of course. And I know I'm going to get a lot of questions regarding where I got my jumper. It's like a little crop top jumper, and it's nice and baggy and it's just nice and comfy. I got this off a guy called Tom Sage. You can find him on Instagram or you can find him on Facebook. He's one of my friends on Facebook, and I also have him on Instagram. Like, he's one of my followers and I follow him, so you'll be able to find him on either of those social media sites. So bottom of the lower lash line is so simple. I'm just taking like a little thin liner brush, and I'm going to put the Collection Lasting Black gel liner through the waterline. And then I'm going to take a little bullet brush, and I'm going to take the mustard shade, and I'm going to start to blend that underneath as well. One thing, if you are beginning, like if you are only a beginner with colour, if you're only experimenting with colour, one thing I do recommend, if you're going in with certain colours, you do have to be really careful the placement, especially underneath the lower lash line, because for the likes of mustards and yellows, if you bring them too far down, I know you know the way I love a good blown out smoky eye, but there comes to an extent when it comes to certain colours. If you're going to blend like the likes of a mustard or a yellow any further than the likes where I have it, it's just going to start to look like a black eye. Do you ever see when a black eye is starting to go away and it looks yellow? So if you bring this too far down, it's going to look like a black eye. So you need to be careful with the placement of certain colours. So I'm just using it on a little bullet brush, the mustard shade from the Venus palette, and I'm just going to use one of the wiper motions to start blending that out. And then I'm going to look straight ahead into my mirror again and just sort of connect it through the crease, because we did do the top of our eye first today. We didn't do top bottom the way I usually would, so we are leaving the bottom to the last today. What I'm with is jam and mustard. I'm actually going to blend jam and mustard together on a smudger brush, and I'm going to smudge that out underneath the lower lash line. We're using more of the mud shade. Did I say jam and mustard or did I say jam and mud? I don't know, but it's jam and mud anyway. So I'm using more of the mud shade because it is darker, and we're going to smudge that out. Just using window wiper motions again, guys. And then the next shade we're going to go in with is Boot, and it's just a black shade. It looks like it has sparkles going through it when you look at it. If anybody owns the Lime Creme Venus 2 palette, you'll know what I mean. There's like purple sparkles going through it, but it doesn't come out like that when you blend it out in the eyes. I'm using the same smudger brush, and I'm going to try and blend this as close to the waterline as possible, just like so. And then that is the eyes all completely finished. All we have to do is put some mascara on, but we'll do that once we have did the rest of our face. It's so simple, so easy. The only reason it's like so a bit more complicated is because you're looking at it on the screen. Like when I watch certain tutorials, I'm like, oh my god, it's so hard. But then if I do it, it's like really easy. It's just simple. All you have to know is obviously your blend motions, and then when you get to the outer corner, use your window wiper motions to diffuse it, and that is it. So easy, and it's really quick as well. This look will probably only take me at least 30 minutes to do, if I'm going anywhere or an event or anything like that. But I'm going to show you how to get a lovely nice flawless base, and that's what we're going to do next. Foundation I'm going with is the Milani Conceal and Perfect, and I am using the shade number 2. A lot of people either love it or a lot of people either hate it. So the reason being is because it is a wee bit hard to work with, because it is like sort of a, you have to work really quick with it basically. So what I recommend is mixing a nice serum in with it, or mixing a nice lightweight moisturizer in with it, so that way you do have a lot more time to work with it and blend it in properly. I like buffing my foundations into my skin, so just bouncing it in rather than swiping. When you bounce your foundation into the skin, you're going to get a lot more coverage, and it's going to look so seamless on the skin. A lot of people ask me how I get my foundation to look really seamless, or my base, whatever you want to call it, and this is what I do. So bounce it into the skin, and rather than swiping, guys, that's where you'll get your coverage. For my concealer today, I am using the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm just taking that underneath my eyes, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin and smile lines, and then I'm blending that in using a Real Techniques contour brush. To set the areas that I concealed, so under the eyes, forehead, down the bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, smile lines and chin, I am taking the Rcma no colour powder. Because this is a no colour powder, it's not going to change the colour of the areas that you conceal basically, and it's not going to put any more coverage in it, because the next powder that I'm going to use does have a colour in it. Do you know what I mean? And if I was to put that around the areas where I concealed, then there wouldn't have been a point concealing them, because it's just going to take the highlighted areas away basically. So now for the rest of my face, I'm just going to set it with the Airspun powder, the Coty Airspun, in translucent extra coverage. So always check the bottom and see what the shade is. So I am using translucent extra coverage. I am using the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Uranus highlighter. Forgot how good this highlighter was. It's like a goldy yellow, so it's like a yellowy gold highlighter, and I thought it just would have went perfect with the eye look. So I'm just applying this using a angled highlighting brush from Real Techniques. Like, guys, can we just please take a minute to appreciate the glow here? I don't understand how anybody can say that Jeffree Star's highlighters are powdery. Love it. It's just amazing. For my contour, I am using an angled contour brush from the Kira Daily Goddess collection, and I am using the Bahama Mama from the Balm. Love this, because it's not too cool. No way you get some of them cool tone contour shades, and they're just really cool. And they're just so muddy looking. This one's like a mixture between a bronzer and a contour shade, so it's amazing. So I'm going from the corner of my ear and blending it to the corner of my mouth, but while you're doing this, you want to blend it up towards your highlight, so that way it lifts your cheeks up. Sometimes people go a wee bit too far down whenever they're trying to contour the face, so definitely from the corner of the ear to the corner of the mouth, and blend up towards those highlighted areas. For my bronzer today, of course, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Give Me Sun, and I am taking that on a multitask brush from Real Techniques. It's just a large powder brush. Absolutely love this. I'm just going over the areas where I did my contour and just sort of putting a wee bit of colour back into the skin, because obviously your contouring is your cool tone and your bronze is your warm tone. For my blush today, I'm using a professional blush palette from BH Cosmetics, and I'm mixing these two blushes together. This is like a coral colour and like a peachy colour, and I'm taking that on a stippling brush, and I am blending that up towards my contour and bronze. I've been doing this ever since I've seen Patrick Starr doing it, and I just love it. It just makes the whole makeup look looks so cohesive, if that makes sense. I've seen Michael Finch using a stippling brush and I was really intrigued to try, and ever since I've been doing it and I love it. And then I'm just going over the top again with that bronzer brush that we used last, just to make sure that everything is all nice and seamlessly blended together. Okay guys, that is the end of the tutorial. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a big massive thumbs up. It would mean the absolute world to me. And also subscribe to my channel before you leave. Click the wee notification bell in the corner if you want to get notified every time I upload. I hope that you have learned something from this, and if you have, please don't forget to tag me in your recreations on social media. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on my next one.